Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to Saving Often. This is part 3 of Obduction, and I am joined, as always, by my good pal, David Mude. David, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm listening to Cecil right now, like hammering away at something. I don't know what he's up to in there, but it worries me.
Yeah, there's something going on here, and we're gonna start getting to the bottom of it because we made some big progress last time in part 2. We got a little bit of an update on the lore of the world. We learned a bit about the Mofang, the Arai, and the Villain. Learned a little bit about their physiology and how they communicate, and learned a little bit more about Farley and about the world around us. Then we went on a minecart adventure. We finally found a minecart and we drove it all over town, pointing a laser at things, blowing up rocks, and generally being confused about where to go until we finally took out a red laser that was controlling the entire dome around us. So now, as we begin part 3, we theoretically have much broader range to roam because the dome should have been dropped.
And we can get out there, and I don't know what do you think is out there, Rick? There's a lot of purple. There's like some like hexagonal floating rocks. There's stuff out there.
I anticipate seeing more rocks.
Do you think all the rocks will be purple?
I think some are going to be red. Some will be purple. There's going to be some with specks of blue. But damn it, we're going to find out. So let's hop back into our trusty laser minecart.
Are there even going to be tracks outside the dome?
Man, I hope so. I hope somebody thought this through.
One thing I wonder about, since the town here appears to not have seen any additional construction, is if they don't really have the materials. Like, there's not a lot of trees out here, beyond like the tree, the sacred tree. So I'm wondering if like the time span for this community was smaller than we might assume, or if there's just not enough to build stuff that's not brought in when it's initially abducted.
All right, well, let's take our first trek beyond the dome.
I'm hoping for an orange rock. That's my wish list. Ooh. That seems to have teleported us to another bit. Is this just a different part of our terrarium, or is this...
That appears to be a solid wall behind us. Huh. Interesting. It is this a teleport of some kind? Let's see where we are now. Let's actually get out of the minecart for a minute. Well, there's the radio tower that we'd seen.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, and this looks to be the way down into the
Little
power
electrical
yard.
plant.
Mm-hmm. So you were
That's good.
right then when you suggested that we may have to walk down this this girding, because it looks like that is indeed how we're going to get down here.
Well, it's over there. Like, can we get over here on your left?
Hopefully so. Let's see if we can get this door open. Oh,
Do we
of
need
course
to
we
have the
can't.
minecart, or is it just blocked off?
It might just be blocked. I can come back and grab the minecart. Let's see.
You just
We can also take the
smash it.
minecart down this way. Yeah, smash into it.
I don't think that Cyan is going to let us be that violent. Is that a rock we can shoot? It's a little red.
This one here?
Yeah.
Possibly. We're going to give it a shot.
I mean, yeah.
Listen,
That
we have
seems
a
like fun.
laser. When you have a laser, everything looks like an imager rock, you know?
Yeah. That's what I always say.
This is exciting. Okay, let's flip over into laser mode. And
The rock is unimpressed.
yeah, it's so it may be shootable, but it looks like it's beyond the dome, so maybe that dome is going to stop us from
Do you
hitting
suppose the
anything with the
laser
laser.
also gets teleported to the other side of the map?
That's a good question. More rocks over here. Let's see.
Now, odds are the red rocks are just what's maintaining this teleporting force field.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering what like the point of the dome was if there's already a barrier around us. Is it just like preventing it from like contracting or something, or allowing it something else to get in? Nope, those deadly premonition vehicle physics are stopping you.
Well, we can come down this way. Maybe? Ooh, maybe not.
I wished for a second there were deaths in this game. They really should have a guardrail there.
They should. Looks like there's power coming up here, or at least going down here.
Yeah, and it's a little spooky sounding in there, so that's a plus.
Well, it seems that we can't get through here, so we're going to have to go back and try to find some other avenues of exploration. Oh, hey.
Can we like? Are we just looking at what's on the other side? Okay, we can actually pass through. Where are we now?
Man, this is back over. The Farley Community Center is going to be down here.
Isn't that like that imager rock was walking off like some purple also? I think
this was, yeah. Oh, this is trippy. So when you approach it, you can actually see where you're going. Interesting. Well, now we appear to be in the scrapyard. There's a whale.
I wonder what era that one came from.
I maintain that it came from Riven. Oh boy, a book. Love books. New arrival inventory check-in. These all seem like things from around our time. CRT, short hose, power supply, cassette recorders, fuse box, electrical cable.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. And that's all we got.
If we had inventory in this game, this would be like almost pornographic.
Right? Although I don't know what kind of puzzles we'd be expected to solve with those pieces, and I'd be a little concerned. So a new arrival inventory check-in, does that imply that more things come than just people?
I mean, it's been kind of established that like a whole town can be plopped down. I'm not sure if the Farley home was constructed or if it came as it was, but it feels like that. Yeah, a lot of extra stuff comes with people generally, including whales and lots of red and blue barrels.
The red barrels clearly come from a first-person shooter, but we'll never be able to satisfy that urge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've
Can we
unlocked
can we
access
get down
to
to
the
that
main track.
scaffolding from here now that we're inside?
That's what I was hoping. This seems to be a turnaround.
That's handy.
Yes, this is the turnaround that I was hoping for, because this would take us around and have us going the other way. Okay, so this is going to be how we access more of the imager rocks. I didn't see a method of accessing that scaffolding, though.
Well, climb back up onto the middle
Oh,
pile.
hey,
Yeah, you
there we
spoke too
go.
soon.
Oh man, it's an elevator. This is probably definitely safe.
Listen, when you only got whatever you came with, you got to jerry rig a few things.
That is true. Huh, okay, so this will probably give us some quick travel opportunities. I'm assuming that we'll be able to come back over here and open up access to the garage. Yes, this is that device I was trying to look at. What are you? Oh man, buttons. I love buttons.
Is this mechanism even on, or are we going to need the code first? That's what I'm wondering.
That's a good question. Well, let's open this door. Damn it. Okay, so we're going to need to power this somehow, I suppose. Man, imagine if they let us have an inventory. Just imagine what we could do in this room.
How infuriating would it be to have an adventure game that takes place primarily in a hardware store?
And all of the responses are, I didn't feel like taking the hammer at this time.
I'm not sure that is exactly what I need at this time.
Oh, baby. We've got dip switches. This is probably only relevant while we're here, but... Okay, so we've got fuses for Farley, the tower, the junkyard bucket, CW, the sphere, and the caves.
Well, we can unplug CW just to, piss off Cecil.
We've also got the garage in downtown.
I think that the downtown and the garage were the ones that we didn't have running, so... And it doesn't look like we can even alter anything here. Just this is just how we get the power on for the remaining areas.
Probably, yeah, because now we should, well, let's go check. We should now have access to open up the garage. If I did indeed just power it, and it looks like I did because the lights are on.
Oh, and the robot's freaking out.
What the hell is going on here?
Do you think this is a translator for one of the aliens?
I'm almost positive that it has something to do with them. Okay, well, this brings to mind the diagram from the community center.
Mm-hmm.
Which looked kind of like this. We had... where are they?
Did we neglect to take a photo?
God, I did. I didn't take a photo of it. Son of a bitch. Took a photo of everything else. But yeah, that pattern probably matches. In fact, it does match.
We have to reverse engineer how to get it to work.
There was a number. What was it? 15? Well, we can go back. Let's just remember this place. Take a photo of it. That's going to be relevant. Let's open this door up.
Wonderful. Now we can get places.
Man, that satisfying Dark Souls feeling of opening things up. One of our bug friends. I wonder if the phone does anything now.
I mean, conspiracy brain here, but if we get like the whatever number is associated with that pattern from the slide, maybe we plug that into the telephone, and then we, I don't know, get some confetti. I don't know.
We get something. I think that's a good idea, though. I've liked that idea since you first suggested it, that something is going to have to go into that telephone. I refuse to believe that it's just a doodad.
I mean, this game is very stingy about what you can interact with.
Yes. I mean, although it did give us a koala and a fire truck, so there is precedent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's... What is this up here? That takes us back to the lift. Okay. Okay, so...
Unless there's anything else here, I think the most immediate thing is turning around our minecart so that we can kill one more rock.
Yes, I agree. You know, I've never used VR before, but I have to imagine that these games would be the perfect application for it.
They do feel like a good fit.
All right.
You know, if I was stranded in this alien waste, I'd spend a lot more time organizing my junkyard.
I know. God. What else do they have to do here? You know?
I mean, Yosef was busying himself recording welcome messages, although I guess we've only really seen 3 of those. How long would that have taken him? Like, you know, an afternoon?
That's a good question.
What does Yosef even do?
Who is Yosef anyway?
I mean, what does he do apart from running away during a crisis? Conveniently, we're right here.
All right. Who is Yosef, I wonder, and how does he fit into this sinister puzzle? You'll all learn that reference on Saving Off in Grim Fandango. So I remember there was one Imager rock all the way at the end here by the waterfall. That's the main one that I'm interested in approaching.
I think that's the only one we have left that we're aware of. I can't remember any others.
As far as I can remember, yeah, we've hit a few of them. All right. Nice. Love destroying rocks.
No more tracks?
Gotta go it alone.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's not a good thing to see.
It's not.
But if we even had a hazmat suit, we wouldn't get to pick it up.
That's true. So we're probably fine. Interesting. A submarine.
And presumably a nuclear one.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Soviet in nature?
Sure looks like it. Submarine parts salvage log. Two
More taunting us with inventory items we can't have. I really wanted us to lug around those 2 ovens.
I personally was hoping for the retro encabulator. Is there another page here? Probably not. No. Okay.
I don't know why you guys are making a manifest where you're just going to dump it all on the ground.
We can't go down into here, can we? No.
Well, that's a tease.
This is just a fancy bridge. CW Journal. I ain't lying, I've been hurting a bit. Farley suggested I might write some stuff down, that it might ease the pall. She said it's helped others. I ain't got a lot of hope for that, but I reckon I got nothing to lose. I haven't mentioned Emma to many folks around here, and she and Scarlet have been on my mind quite a bit. I've got a dull ache in the back of my brain that occasionally rings back there like a broken church bell. The thought of them resonates, but I guess what grieves me is that the ringing is quieter. I'm forgetting. Losing them. It's been a long time. I saw Sweet Claire playing with the truck outside Farley's a few days ago. It brung back memories of Scarlet, but I have a hard time picturing her face anymore. It's a sad thing, losing them we love. I suppose it's a mixed blessing that the memories start to fade. At least the deep hurt goes away. But it's replaced by a dull longing, that bell that keeps ringing. And then there's a guilt, a sorrowful guilt that creeps up and tells me I should be better at remembering. Sometimes it's hard to bear. When I was brung here, I was captured and about to be hung by the neck, so I suppose either way, I never would have seen my wife and daughter again. That's cold comfort. This writing don't help much. It dredges the hurt up. I think my work distracts me, and I'll stick with that.
I think I'll leave this by the submarine where nobody will find it.
So CW was an outlaw and he was about to be hung, which is when he was taken away. And isn't that what they implied, was that something dangerous was happening at the time that everybody was taken?
It seems like there's definitely some sort of intent behind why people are chosen to be brought here. Assuming,
interesting.
Or like, part of me wants to feel like that the ambassador seeds are just kind of random, and maybe that they're just like reading intent into it. But it would track that the seeds are trying to take people that maybe won't be missed.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, that's a very pessimistic way of looking at it. I was thinking about giving people a second chance, and you're talking about them not being missed. Well, now we don't have to walk over the nuclear sub again.
We can get less radiation, but I think that the fact that we didn't get to go inside is going to nag us.
It is, because why would they make us go all the way around and open that shortcut? Did we miss something here? No, this is too dark to do anything. Well, maybe this will be relevant later. I see a ladder leading up, but...
Yeah. Maybe we'll get to detonate the warheads and destroy the town.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be some kind of... we have to use this nuclear power to get back or something.
If we do read intent behind people being brought here, what do you think our protagonist's situation was? Because we were just kind of hanging out at a lake or something.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I have to imagine that knowing the player insert nature of missed games, that it's kind of just meant to be left to your own speculation, or
Hmm.
maybe this is deep commentary on the fact that we're all evil and we've all done terrible things and we all deserve to be abducted by space raspberries.
I mean, I've been waiting my whole life, and I haven't had him come for me yet.
Yeah, but you're really good. That's the problem.
Aw, thanks. Part of me feels like that we'll probably make faster time if we just retrieve the minecart when we know we need it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of taking it to a central location here.
That's fair. You can park it back at the garage or whatever.
I don't know that we're going to need the minecart anymore, to be honest. I mean, there is another track, but it just kind of leads to a cliff up by the junkyard.
And there's also like the bit by the water tower where it's like we can't really access it right now because it's got like that bit that has no walkway.
Oh, right up there. Okay, that's a good point, too.
But I think that we're not going to be able to access it until we find a bit of the wall that'll take us up there.
So we have now powered the town, which came alongside the garage. And there's still a rock there. But this will theoretically get us down by the tree, I would hope. Maybe? Yeah, see, that's lit up down there now, but,
I don't recall us having any buttons to mess with.
mm-mm. No, I think a button is going to be inside here. Mayors. That's all that I can read there. Maybe we'll learn Yosef's dark secrets.
My impression of Yosef presently is that he's a very sociable coward. Did we not like
We
get
didn't.
this?
We didn't. Okay.
That's crazy.
We might not have been able to. Or we missed it and we're going to have to go and turn all the way around again. Okay, no, we probably couldn't get it before. Yeah, our laser would have been pointing the wrong way. All right. Boom.
Another one bites the dust. It's open.
Open. Interesting. A lab of some kind?
It strikes me as more like a bar.
Crash site. Yeah, I would agree.
Wow.
Good.
How sick of this song do you think they got?
What a jaunty little place. Gonna leave that going.
Is that a note?
Where?
Behind you.
Oh. I wonder what this means.
It's infuriatingly vague. Like, I figure it's depicting the town a little bit there with the dots near the bottom, but
yeah, this seems to be the town.
The alternatively, though, like it's showing maybe the tracks for the minecart.
That's a good possibility, yeah, because this takes us down. This would be CW's workshop.
So the bottom, would that be more like the junkyard? Because like you've got the circle track.
Oops. Yeah, over here is the junkyard where you go around. This part here is the little drop off. So this takes you back around to here. This looks like Farley's Community Center, and this is where we are now.
So I guess the question is, does this tell us anything useful like we don't already know? Like, are there any tracks where we haven't already observed them? The circles are throwing me a little bit because, like, do they also indicate tracks, or are they showing some kind of other kind of enclosure?
It's a good question. The only thing that I would really note here is that it goes off here and comes back up over here. So are we, like, when we go through a wall, are we just going to the opposite side of the circle?
I absolutely think that's what's going on. I think that it's just teleporting us to the other part of the dome's diameter.
So why was that being withheld from them? Why was the red laser in place?
To make sure that we had an adventure game.
Okay.
Like, the narrative we have so far is that there was some sort of battle going on and that everything was battened down. So I think that they were afraid of some kind of incursion. Like, that everything was kind of barricaded, presumably so the Mofang or whatever opposing force wouldn't be able to destroy the town. But everybody's, apart from CW, appears to have evacuated. So
yeah.
I don't know if they really needed it anymore. We could still possibly run into another vault with somebody, but...
Yeah, absolutely. The Nightopia? Well, while this is nice and all, it doesn't get us anywhere. I was hoping for an exit here somewhere. Unless there's a clue that we're missing.
I mean, the most substantial thing we found is that vague scribble of the tracks, so...
Well, and this. Oh, there are notes on the table, too. Perils of the Sea, 2 ounces of purple mushroom juice, 2 ounces of Murray fruit juice, 1 ounce of simple syrup, 1 ounce of white shine, and 1 ounce of gold tummy buster.
Ooh.
Motang Blast, 1 ounce of white shine, half an ounce of aged hooch, 3 ounces of orange astronaut drink, 1 ounce of fire plant juice, then float 1 ounce of black hooch, half an ounce of the hard stuff, and a splash of grenadine. Arai Tai, half an ounce of coconut hooch, 1.5 ounces of spiced shine, 2 ounces of Murray fruit juice, 3 ounces of fire plant juice, a splash of grenadine. Plant type and attributes. Purple mushrooms give you a lime taste. Hanging flowers are grenadine, fire plant leaves are a pineapple taste, and moray fruit is a citrus taste.
That feels important.
It does. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it does feel important. Anytime that you're given a cipher in an adventure game, it's important. All right, well, I don't want to wear out the vinyl, so we'll turn that off. I wish I could turn the lights off, too. Oh, well. They're just going to stay on. What a nice bar. All right, well, I guess we have to get back to adventuring.
Probably Farley's is next.
Oh, right, because... Well, did she have power before?
Yeah, but we wanted to, like, check out the slide again because we didn't take a photo.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right.
Hopefully use that to figure out what the number is for the machine, assuming we're even on the right track.
That's why I have you here, because without you, I'd be wandering aimlessly.
I'm very detail-oriented, and it infuriates my husband.
All right, let's get an actual photo of this. So I absolutely think... I'm going to have to go into unlocked mode again, aren't I?
I can't believe they keep doing this to you.
I feel like we have to line up those slashes. I'm just not sure how.
If I recall, we originally speculated that we could make them to X's, or we can make them into like less than, greater than signs. It's a little uncertain what exactly we want them to be.
Mm-hmm.
They can be T's.
They can.
I feel like that it's likely that just having the 15 connect those central dots is going to be what we're kind of wanting out of the machine.
It's kind of what I'm thinking as well. So, I guess the question then is, do we need to use that imager to make those dots connected, and that will be what we need to put into the telephone?
Maybe. Or the telephone is nothing, and we're just lunatics.
I refuse to let the telephone be nothing. So let's see. Fastest way over there, I think, might be this way.
I think to get up to the junkyard, we had to. Well, I think this should work. This is still tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, this should take us. Yeah, because now we can get through this door. I do have to say that the big Myst fan in me is just giddy over this game. This is so much fun. It really captures a lot of the same feeling of Myst while being its own thing.
And that's good, because I hate it when a spiritual successor has to completely live in the shadow of its forebear.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Big question is, how many numbers could there be?
Well, let's start by seeing how many numbers it'll take. It'll take 3 numbers. Okay.
So there are 1,000 options.
Oh, good lord. I don't think this is something that we're supposed to figure out. Do you?
This feels like the schoolhouse from Riven a little bit, in that we're supposed to be recognizing patterns, but like this feels like it's going to be very complicated in terms of like how we even like find a pattern. Do you think the button up top there is like we just like, oh, we enter a code, or is it just like resets? Okay.
That's probably what we're going to have to do once we've entered something.
And once we've accomplished a 15.
Mm-hmm.
How about we just do them 1, 2, 3, the first 10 numbers, and see how, if there's any logic to how they connect.
Sure. So here's a 1. That connects
To the center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that doesn't feel intuitive. So that makes a little mini L. It makes a T-bar.
What if I make... Okay.
Yeah, the numbers are consistent.
Are you picking up a pattern so far?
No, that's what's really throwing me off. Is like, what kind of bad shit numbering system do these aliens have?
Yeah.
This could still just be something where we do need more information, but I feel like we at least know what we're trying to accomplish. We just have no idea how to accomplish it.
And there was nothing... There was nothing else here that would give us a number from Farley's, right?
We had the number on the Farley house itself, but that was a 4-digit number.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I don't think that we have what we need here yet. Oh, hey, there's a number that we missed. Oh, hey. Worksheets, multi-purpose Villain control panel interface. This is the control panel that the Villains have supplied for our use. Although they are able to control their systems via vocalizations, they have provided these control panels for other species to have limited access and control. If you have trouble, please find Noah for help. Remember, the Villain numbering system is base 4. Drag from one blob to another to form the Villain digits. Drag between blobs to disconnect. The standard panel has 5 digits, but single-digit panels are also used. Use only first digit to simulate a 1-digit panel, 0 to 3, and all panels will auto-correct for invalid entries. What the hell does this mean? When they say drag from one blob to another, does that mean that I can literally drag from one blob to another? I can.
Oh. So will this like just tell us the number we need if we like push the button? No, like the button, the eyeball. Okay, so just make... Huh. 406, but then it does that, and I'm like, what does that mean? Unless it's just like translating it to a different.
What the hell? Well, we've got 406. Let's try... Let's just see. Let's just see. Okay, that did nothing. Damn.
I'm half hoping for like an Easter egg, like in Silent Hill Shattered Memories, where you can attempt to call the Konami customer support line, and they inform you that they're beyond their help because you're in Silent Hill.
Are you in trouble? Need help? Call 1-555-HELP-YOU. We can help. Kenway, Billum, and Bale Law Offices. Free consultation, auto accident, slips and falls, and all other injuries. Well, you know what I'm about to do. 1-555-435-7968. One, 5, 5, 5. Is it 439?
You're gonna have to consult your photo because I didn't recall it. You sounded so confident that I did not even bother.
435-7968. Three, 5, 7, 9, 6, 8. Friggin' ambulance chasers. What are they good for? All right.
I'm just relieved that we didn't see a Stobart on that flyer.
Never go full Stobart. Well,
I think we should note what it turned the 15 into.
Okay, that's a good idea. Let's clear it. Let's recreate it. That was what it looked like, right?
Yes, that's what my recollection is.
Yeah. 1, 5.
Having a base 4 number system is pretty kooky. I wonder why the Villain went with that.
What if I recreated this pattern? Was it dot, dot, and then this, 406. So how do these both translate to 406?
It'd be funny if that was just like a notebook with all the answers. We have overlooked some obvious paperwork a couple times this episode.
We have, yeah. Also, to our dear friend Elvis, if you're watching this episode, don't you ever put anything like this in a Mario Maker level, okay?
I would be impressed if he managed to create something that intricate in the limited interface of Mario Maker.
If anybody could figure it out, it would be Elvis.
It probably wouldn't be very fun, which I think would be the biggest deterrent.
That is true. So yeah, if you're looking for Mario Maker puzzles, search out Goomstar Temple by Elvis Kaboom on YouTube, and you'll see a wonderful trailer for an excellent level, full of great puzzles that we banged our heads against for hours and hours and hours. That's what made us believe that we were capable of handling abduction, and then they threw numbers at us. I'm at a loss, buddy. I don't know what to do with this machine.
Well, we can try to explore elsewhere and hope that we get a little bit more information to work from. Because, like, I figure the big thing we could theoretically accomplish right now is finding another place where we can teleport around again to get to the upper level, because we still want to get to the tree.
We do, yes.
And then we can just, like, the longer we are stuck, the more desperate we can be to be like, I really don't want to go back to the base 4 number puzzle.
Yeah, let's see if there's any more areas that we are missing out on here. I think this just took us to Farley's vault. What was over here? Oh, this looks promising.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this takes us up above the dam.
And guess what? We don't have the bridge in the right position.
Son of a bitch.
See if we can go down on the left here. Like, that looks like it could, like, wrap around to the bottom.
Could.
Or
there's
just, like, takes
there.
us to...
Oh, man.
See, this is what happens when you don't clean up after yourself.
Well, I wanted to go this way anyway.
We got a musical cue. That suggests something significant's going on.
I'm betting this is the point of interest, and that other path was just the shortcut to get here.
We get another vault.
Oh, good.
Well, it's a 3-digit number, so how about that 406?
All right. Maybe that's all we have to do with that.
Oh, Rick, you sweet summer child.
Listen, I can hope. Oh, Joseph for mayor. Vote for Joseph. Who does this guy think
yes,
he is?
Joseph. Be my municipal representative.
Mr. Mayor, at your behest, here is the information pertaining to the Bleeder, its history, and some of the engineering behind it. The Bleeder project was designed and built at the request of Mayor Sims to collect and dissipate the ever-increasing power in the entire ecosystem. Mayor Sims was reluctant to allow the system to come to fruition as he, and others, had become suspicious of Mayor Farley's death. He believed that without knowing more precisely what would happen to the cell wall at fruition, it was ill-advised to allow it to possibly open, thus allowing what might be outside in and what might be inside out. The system has the capacity to throttle all 4 connected worlds. The idea, as you are well aware, is to suppress the ecosystem power and thus inhibit full maturity of the trees. It was postulated, and since became apparent, that this suppression will keep whatever unknown maturity process from happening and grant us direct control over tree fruition.
Is it page 2, just the next page?
It
Okay.
is. Okay. The rate of dissipation is sensed and regulated automatically. The power is collected through Villain-engineered extruded cables that attached directly to the dome membrane. When the maximum power level is exceeded, the dissipation phase is triggered, creating an electrical charge followed by a discharge into the water. Through electrolysis, an amount of hydrogen and oxygen is generated. We capture some of these elements for our own use, but the great majority is released into our atmosphere. This gassing might be a cause for concern were it not for the ecosystem's ability to filter and maintain our atmosphere at near ideal levels. Excess R and O content and pressure generated by the process is rebalanced quickly by the membrane. And as you know, we discourage swimming when the bleeder is operational. Regards, CW.
Okay, so it seems like that they were very fearful of whatever process is going on here with the tree to occur outside their control.
Well, first and foremost, let's open this up. And that takes us back out to the tree.
That's good. Maybe we can do something in here to... Oh, there's an elevator.
And this is an elevator that probably leads us down to the stairs that will take us into the tree. All good things, all good things. Mayors, Luther Roscoe, Carl Hoonrath, John Farley, Benjamin Sims, Carolyn Farley, and Josef Peter Jansen.
How do you, like, look at the time scale here? Like, how long has this community been going on? Like, but is it actually years, or are they using some other kind of metric?
That's a good question. BH and AH. Would that be...
Is it after Hunrath?
That's what I'm thinking. Before Hunrath and after Hunrath, because Carl Hunrath takes over at 0.
Mm-hmm. And the Hunrath is just what we've dubbed this place. So I guess Luther is just chopped liver.
Mm-hmm.
And is Joseph just not on this list, or did they just not get around to...
He's at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, you're right. For some reason, I was overlooking him.
Yeah, Josef Peter Jansen.
I got to say that I'm not impressed with his office.
It's not very good. An Iowa license plate.
Big mistake there.
That's the sign that's posted all over. What's this? What does that say?
Roscoe?
Yeah, Roscoe. Ohio.
It all comes full circle.
Who would want to go to Ohio? That's interesting, though, because I saw an Ohio license plate in the garage, and there's a license plate on this desk. Music is very ominous.
Yeah, this is the ominous compass track.
Why does it turn so much?
I mean, it might just be that, like, in this environment, the magnetic poles are unstable.
Ah, yes. The 4 compass headings, north, south, east, and Ohio. This is not agreeing with me as I try to rotate it.
This really looks like something we should be taking with us.
Well, too bad. Maybe we should read the book. 17125 Special Council Session 2 discussed final approval of Farley's plan with regard to the imminent attack. The full council vote was unanimous, and I gave my final approval. Preparations update. Farley says that tunneling is almost complete. Tom informs us that the Villains just completed their construction and have started testing. Maybe that's Tam. Is that Tam?
I think it's Tam.
17126AH, Special Council Session 12. Oh, that was an 11, not a 2. Council Session 12. No one attended. I will inquire as to reason for their absence. 17127AH. It appears that the council members feel like we're having too many meetings. Since the plan has been approved, perhaps we can reduce our meetings to every 2 days for now. While I was asking Cecil about his absence, I also inquired about securing the tower area. 17128AH. Special Council Session 13. Cecil will provide a new key code for the lower lock in the next few days. Cecil was concerned about any survivors not having access, so it was decided that we would conceal the code in Farley's house and give the residents the location as they were being chambered. I also had him change the upper tower access code. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Yeah, under the direction, so underneath the compass of Roscoe. So Ohio is the clue. 17129AH. I have decided to bring some of the more important mayor's logs with me for chambering, specifically the initial Hunrath log, and then the logs that document the history of our conflict with the Mofang. I would think we would have an extra chamber available for historic documents. 17130AH, Special Council Session 14. Only Tam attended. He informed me that, because of the dire circumstances, the others were either extremely busy or not inclined to have long discussion about the situation. I told him I would suspend the regular special council sessions, and we would simply meet as the need arose. 17131AH. I paid a visit to Farley today. I asked her to check on the availability of a chamber for the documents. 4 days later, 17135AH. I've spent the last few days collecting documents. I've divided them into 2 categories, chambered and vaulted. The vaulted are less important, but obviously worth making an effort to save. They can be moved into Farley's vault area. The vaulted category will also include any books that we've managed to collect through the years. 13137AH. With less than a week remaining before chambering begins, the population is tense. We've had several town hall meetings to try to answer any questions, but the realities of the current situation make it difficult to assuage fears. 17138AH. Farley has informed me that there is one final confirmation from Shavar. If Farley doesn't hear from her by the end of 17141AH, then there is no turning back. There is an odd justice to Farley's plan in that whatever the Mofang bastards send to kill us will be returned back to them. Okay, the Mofang bastards. That's interesting. So the Mofang are attacking the humans, presumably.
Or I would not trust this community to have not been the aggressors in the situation.
That is true, too. 17140AH, Special Council Session 15. A special meeting was called to go over the plans for the final time. Farley had several instruction sheets to distribute, the Mofang weapon illustration, a list of all souls that will be used as a basis for the chambering manifest, and a thorough summary of the battle plans. These will be distributed as necessary. No word from Shavar. 17141AH. Farley tells me that there will be at least one chamber available for historic documents. Any other extra chambers will be loaded with emergency provisions and medications in case Hunrath or Murray are completely destroyed. No word from Shavar. 17142AH. No word from Shavar. Death is on our doorstep. Curse the Mofang devils to hell. 17143AH. I am leaving to be chambered. This journal will remain here to inform any future souls of what our last days were like.
One thing I notice about the calendar system is it seems like it's just numbering days only.
It is numbering days, so we could figure from that how long this place has been around. So Hunrath being here for, well, the present would be, what, 17143 or so?
Something of that nature.
17143, if we're using 365 days, and that implies that this civilization has been around and documented for about 47 years.
That seems to track. That's enough time for there to be people raised from the start of this community.
Yes. Very interesting. Okay, and this takes us out right outside the dome, so this is another pass-through
Shortcut.
Here. Good. Love those shortcuts.
So I'm suspecting that the Ohio license plate is going to give us a number that we're going to need to get in somewhere else.
Probably. I bet that the number on the license plate, is going to do the thing. The WOW Award for Community Excellence. Wow. Nothing to do here. So we can check out this elevator. You know, or it's fine. It's fine. We don't need to.
Do we need to activate something else?
That's definitely how we get to the tree. I swear, this game and its things. Is there power running in here somehow?
I mean, it looks like this room has power, but something's not activated. I'm assuming that if we had some way to plug in another code...
Yeah.
Because the tree feels like something that's going to be under lockdown, especially.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is another path over here that we haven't gone to yet. That is down here. This sort of overlooks the radio tower. And there's a gizmo back there that I'd like to get back to, but first I want to see if there's anything to be seen here. Doesn't look like it. Just the radio tower.
So that the notes kind of suggest to me that the teleporting nature of the dome was intended to deflect any weapons the Mofang would point at the community.
Yes. So what do we have here?
I suspect this is going to take us to another territory.
I love pointillism. Oh man, we have another red laser. We have all new flora and fauna. We have a dome around us. No, we don't. We can explore. Wow, look at this lush green world. A stark contrast from the desert that we've gotten used to. This is going to be a very fun place to explore next week on Saving Often.
Oh, you gotta do that to them? We gotta make them wait? Oh.
I mean, it's been an hour. They know. They know. They know what's up. We are...
You know, delayed gratification is very important, you know, at least to more success in life. I know you're all hammering at your keyboards right now, your desks, like in frustration, but you're going to have to wait.
Yes, I know you're all checking the time left on the video thinking, no, there has to be more, but I'm afraid there's not. This is it for this week. But come back next week and we'll explore this world. David, do you think this is Murray?
That seems very likely.
I cannot wait to dig further into this. So we will come back here next week. Until then, remember to save early and save often. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your subscriptions and support. And hey, check out David's stuff too while you're at it. David, I don't think you've plugged your stuff yet, so why don't you go ahead and do that?
I've got a webcomic I do with my husband, a romantic enemies to lover fantasy story, jackbeloved.com, also on Tapas and Webtoons. You can see me on Twitter at Mute462, and my portfolio site is mute.net.
And I bet whoever did help you with the coding for jackbeloved.com is a very handsome and friendly individual as well.
Oh, extremely so.
Anyway, that is our time this week. Thank you again so much for joining us. Take care, and we hope that you will join us next week for part 4 of Obduction. Take care of yourselves.
See you then.